Hello, my fellow creators. Today, we're going to address the currency that will benefit you immensely in the world of AI music creation. You see, it looks like a lot has changed with so many AI music tools, but there's one thing that will remain constant. No matter how many flashes in the pan you see, no matter how many AI producers that go up to the Billboard charts, first, second, third, 100th position, there will still be a necessary ingredient. And that necessary ingredient is originality. It is about putting a piece of you, a stamp of approval from you, and a little bit of ingredients that are original and unique to you. It boils down to a number of factors. Number one, the words you choose to put in your songs, the lyrics. That is by far the most important. Because if you are not into a whole lot of jazz like I am, and you're into just strictly spoken word or songs, your lyrics have to be on point. I want to encourage you to let your lyrics be from your soul. Let it come from you as a result of something you're going through, or as a result of someone who is close to you and you see them going through that, or as a result of the world around you. Maybe it's an observation you make as you're going about your business. Maybe it's something that happened to you way back and it's now flooding, coming back to you. That is so essential to have that piece of you. I highly encourage you to look for those authentic pieces of expression. You might have to travel back. Some of you might have to travel to places you don't enjoy, you don't want to be, but it's part of your journey and it's part of your story and it's part of your authenticity to channel those ideas, those thoughts, those emotions, those stories, and to lay them bare to the world. Now, I'm not saying you have to put your name on every single thing you do. Some of you may have AI artists, and that's okay, but as you write, let it really be from deep within. That's number one. Words, so important. That takes you to the top of the stack. Why is that? Because even though you may have an AI voice sing that song, it has a part of your soul, and you can speak to it. And as a result of you speaking to it, you are going to connect with someone out there. You may even end up influencing their lives in a profound way. So don't underestimate the power of words. Highly encourage everyone to write, no matter how simple it is. Number two, you want to put a big piece of the puzzle into the mix before you use Suno. It's melody, my friends. Melody. This is my philosophy. Everyone, even a baby, can hum and sing. No matter how good or bad. Simple melody. Just sing it. It's okay. It's yours. It might even be two words. La, 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 la. No matter what it is, I encourage you. And I know a lot of you have more than just two notes or more than three notes. You know, there's a scale we call the pentatonic scale. 1, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 1, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. And you hear this all the time. Like Amazing Grace was written with those 5 notes. Amazing Grace was written with 5 notes. So when you think about it, you can write some really powerful songs, even with limited melody. Limited melody. But I encourage you to use your own melody because it's a piece of you. Some of you are very advanced writers. You may end up using 7 notes, like on a scale, a major scale, there's 7 notes. You might end up using all of them, or you might end up not using all of them. Or you might even end up using 12 notes if you're very versed in melody and how it works. But I encourage you, put that secret seasoning of your melody, because you created it. It's going to gravitate even more towards you and you towards it. Now, the third piece that may be going a little bit out of your comfort zone is rhythm. Rhythm, to get rhythm going, you don't need too much. You can have a hand clap. Or you've got a desk. I mean, it's something, but you can direct that. You get what I'm saying? I've told you about the words. I've told you about the melody. Now I'm telling you about rhythm. Get the rhythm going. You dictate the rhythm. Dictate the rhythm, even if it's just clapping it like that. Just clapping it. Or if it's whatever it is, but you own it. The last piece that a lot of people struggle with is where we talk about harmony, because harmony translates into chordal structures, and those chordal structures, they make the music what it is as well. And if you have the ability to play an instrument that's chordal, I encourage you to look into chordal structures. I have a few tools that can help you, and I want to show you how to maneuver with some of these tools today. But talking about harmony and chords, those are chords. Those are chords. I'm playing those on my keyboard. So you have the words, you have the melody, you have the rhythm, you have the harmonic structure or chords. And then you could go a step further and even syncopate how the chords are played or how the melody is played. You can form a hook. You go like, and you dictate that. Even though the tool can make it up for you, but how about you doing that? So I'm going to take you over to my instance of Suno. And by the way, if you have not joined the Suno bandwagon, you can do that by going to my link. I'm going to put it below. It's phillc.net and it's suno.phillc.net. Right over there, suno.phillc.net. That's my affiliate link if you're not in Suno just yet. But let's jump into the tool itself and let me show you how these ideas can be transformed. First of all, we are going to record audio. Okay? You could either write lyrics and sing them, or you could just make the lyrics up, and Suno will get the words and it'll have them there for the tool to sing. Now, I want to give you some ideas about an alternate workflow, because sometimes you may not have Suno Studio on your laptop available. So my friends, right here on your phone, you have the ability to bring in Suno. You can get the Suno app on your phone, and when you do, all you need to do is hit the create button and custom and audio, and you can sing your audio right into the phone, and you can access it later on your laptop. So let me give you an idea of what you could do. We'll go ahead and hit the record button. Doom, 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 doom. I love to create. I love to create. I love to create songs about it all. Simple snippet, but it's got my lyric, and it's got my melody, and it's got my finger snap. Very, very simple, basic. Now, what I'm going to do is hit save. Let me take you from here into Suno proper on the computer. So now we're in Computer Suno. If you go to the library icon, everything that you've done is visible, including the most recent thing I just recorded. So if I hit play, there it is, right? So I recorded it on my phone, but it's now in Suno. What I'm going to do next is just hit the three dots, remix edit. I could do a cover of it. I could open it up in Studio and do a whole lot of things, but I'm going to keep it very simple, right? You can also just click on it right here as opposed to clicking on the three dots, but all roads lead to the ability to do a remix or cover. I'm going to do a cover, and that's it. Suno is now showing me the lyrics. I love to create, I love to create, I love to create songs about it all. So I can take that, I can copy it, I can have a couple of verses, and then for the chorus, this is how you create songs by keeping things as simple as possible. You can get rid of this, and it could just be I love to, right? I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to all right. I love to shout about it all. I love to sing. I love to create. Very, very minimalist. And honestly, I've found that Suno does best with a minimalistic approach. There's not a whole lot of words. There's not a whole lot of melody. It's very basic. Very basic. See? Now, in terms of style, for you to get a very robust style description, I want to encourage you to go to musicspiration.com. Let's go there. So now we're in musicspiration.com. Log in with your Google account, and let's just use the prompt supersizer. It's got genres and subgenres, right? For this one, I could choose R&B, I could choose alternative R&B, melancholic and moody, something around 80, jazzy chord voicings, could choose a mellow guitar, I could choose an upright bass. I mean, there's so many choices, but you got to know what you want. And part of this is making it quite unique. The structure, is it intro, verse, chorus, or is it an evolving loop? I could choose that. And I could just hit generate supersized prompt. The idea was to give people a free tool where you could have endless permutations. This will give you hundreds of thousands of permutations of genres, you know. So again, it's free. All you need to do is just sign in with your Google account. It's that simple. All right. So now we're going to go into Suno, back into Suno, and we're going to drop this prompt that we just created. All of this is a journey towards originality. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is just call it example, and I'm going to hit create. And this will be an example for you to see melody come to life, the rhythm come to life. I didn't use any of my chordal arrangements, but the melody kind of suggests where the song needs to go. So this is how you maintain originality, as opposed to the temptation to keep hitting the write the song for me button. Instead, you write the song for yourself, you write as much as the melody, and Suno's going to do the rest. It's going to do the rest. All right, so let's listen over here. Example 1 and example 2. Okay, there we go. Let's listen to the very first example. Suno is very good at deciding the backdrop. All right, that's one take, not bad.
I love to create.
A little bit different. So just to remind you, I won't play the entire thing, but the original melody belongs to who? The writer, right? So after all that, we got here, I love to create. I love to create. And that's exactly what it took and made the song. You get it? Same key.
I love to create songs about it all. I love to create. I love to create. I love to create.
And just so you know, if you get a song that you feel you like and it's too short, you have the option here in these to expand. So if you go to remix edit, here you've got extend. You can extend this. I've got videos that show how to do that. The sky's the limit, okay? So over the past number of minutes, my friends, we've been talking about the importance of being original and how you can be original. Now, before we jump off today, I want to share final thoughts from my book. It's called Suno Music Production, and this is on page 21 in section 3. I talk about one of the most misunderstood and often avoided aspects of AI-assisted music creation. This is ownership, originality, and risk. Many creators engage with AI tools enthusiastically without fully understanding where creative responsibility lies or how their level of contribution affects authorship and long-term use. Now, this section is not giving you legal advice, but instead it's equipping creators with conceptual clarity so they can make informed and responsible decisions, especially when their work moves beyond experimentation into public or commercial contexts. So let me explain why minimal prompting creates ownership bottlenecks. When creators rely heavily on minimal or random prompting, and let me show you what I mean by that. Coming into Suno, if you go into simple, over here, let's go to simple, let's remove that. Okay, here in simple, you can put a song description, but you can also roll that dice. You see that dice there? You can roll the dice and, it's going to come up with a variety of things. You can see that. But again, this is minimal, very minimal prompting. And while it has its place, when you're doing something commercial and you're trying to create work mindfully, I don't think that's the best way. Personally, I don't think that's the best way to do it. Creative ownership is not determined by access to a tool or by initiating a process. It is established through meaningful input, intentional structure, and decision making, as I just demonstrated. Minimal prompting shifts most of these responsibilities to the system. As a result, creators may feel disconnected from the output. They may struggle to explain why the result sounds the way it does or how to create it intentionally. And this lack of understanding weakens both creative confidence and long-term control, which is why at the beginning I said you got to start off with lyrics from you, melody from you, maybe even a beat, a rhythm from you. It is essential to distinguish between output ownership and creative authorship. Output ownership typically refers to the grants, right, that they give you, right? The rights granted by a platform regarding the use of generated material. If you have a Premiere account, if you have a Pro account, then the song is, you have ownership of the song. Well, when that happens, a creator may legally own an output while still lacking creative authorship over it. Without intentional input, the work risks becoming interchangeable and difficult to defend as an original expression. And this has very little to do with the legal system and more to do with us as humans. Like deep in our heart, we know we gave very little towards the composition. It's not the same thing as when you give your creative input at a very high level. So understanding this distinction helps creators focus not only on what they are allowed to use, but on what they can confidently stand behind. Chapter 3 goes into a lot more territory, but you can grab this book. It's out there. It's about 100 pages. You can find it on Amazon, Suno Music Production. I highly advise every creative to find that unique piece of them that they want to put into the production. Words, melody, harmony, rhythm, overall arrangement, the ability to iterate multiple times and not to be weak, saying you've been at the song for 10 hours. So what? I've worked on songs for years, and it just makes it more worthwhile. It makes it worth it. And it's all about the journey. It's not just about the song. It's about what you went through to get the song. I remember I was working on this track, and I had this brother out in South Africa trying to get him to play a certain line on the guitar. And he did, and he sent it back, and he had zzz, undercurrent noise. We went back and forth for a year before I could get him to focus on it, because he was in school, he was in college. It was tough, but eventually I was able to get him to focus on it. And those experiences, that journey, it just makes the work have a more compelling story. And it just helps you realize what you sacrificed to get the work in that form. So my friends, I encourage you, don't stop, don't quit, keep going, keep having fun while doing it. And it's all right to take breaks. If you need to take a break for a little bit, take a break, come back stronger than ever before. All right. For those of you just joining, we've been talking about being original in Suno, making sure it amplifies your voice, your creativity, and that you're actually bringing something to the table. Thank you very much. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And remember to go to musicspiration.com. Use the tools that are there, and have a blast. Bye for now.